Here is my theory on what will happen at the end of Last of Us Part 2. Joel confronts his waifu, Ellie, about her lesbian affair with Dina. In a fit of rage and a tinge of necrophilia, he murders Ellie in cold blood using a suspiciously large piece of tuna. Her supple, virgin body is then tossed into a nearby ditch by the KFC. Bill, who happened to be scavenging for anal plugs at the time, comes across Ellie's corpse. This ignites the fury in Bill, so he tracks down Joel and confronts him near a rundown Walmart. A fight ensues. Joel puts up a good fight, but Bill eventually gets the upper hand and knocks Joel unconscious. Bill then drags Joel's body across the parking lot and throws him into the trunk of his car. An unspecified amount of time passes. Joel wakes from his stupor. He was on the floor, dazed and confused. He surveyed his surroundings. It was a large bedroom. The walls were caked in dust and mold. The floorboards peeled and creaked at the slightest touch. Dim candles illuminated the room, and moonlight seeped into the room through the cracks in the walls. Joel tried moving, but was unable to. His hands were shackled behind him, and his feet were tightly tied up. He began squirming and sliding towards the door, but then he was alerted to the noises of creaking floorboards. "What's going on? Who's coming here?" he pondered. Joel couldn't remember what happened. Is it Zombie Ellie, Dora the Explorer, Bill Clinton? Who could it be? The creaking got louder and louder, closer and closer, and then the doorknob turned, and the door slowly opened. There was a silhouette of an overweight man on the other side. As he came closer, Joel recognized him. It was overweight Big Boss. I mean Bill. "Joel, why did you kill Ellie?" I was protecting her, so she could mature into a sexy waifu, but it turns out she was a lesbian. I felt betrayed and accidentally killed her in my rage." "Is that so, Joel? I didn't think you meant it that way." "Bill, you know I've killed everyone in this game. I'm not a good person." "Joel, that's not what I meant. I meant I thought you were gay. Didn't we sleep together? Didn't we have something special?" That was, I needed release. There was no one else to have sex with. It's just a biological urge. I thought we had something special, Joel. I thought I was more than a piece of meat. Oh well, let's have one last special moment between us." Suddenly, Bill pinched Joel's nipples with his fingers and twisted them like an old Etch-a-Sketch. Joel yelped in pain. Bill sat on top of Joel and began sucking on Joel's eyebrows. Joel started to wonder, what kind of sick childhood did Bill have? Bill's bulge expanded, and it began rubbing against Joel's thigh. He slid his hands down Joel's trousers and pulled out his flaccid penis. He stroked it gently up and down and massaged the head passionately. 2 inches later, Joel began to feel wonderful sensations that reminded him of his childhood with his uncle. "Stop! We can't do this, Bill." Joel started moaning loudly. It was approaching climax, approaching love. Bill twirled his tongue around the head of Joel's penis and started tugging the penis with his right hand like when you're squeezing out the last drop of toothpaste. Joel was drowning in a mountain of pleasure. He couldn't restrain himself anymore and started to violently thrust his penis into Bill's mouth. In and out, moaning and thrashing. His member was pulsating and ready to burst at any moment. A giant load of semen blasted into Bill's mouth, knocking him back. Then multiple loads descended upon Bill's face, swallowing his virgin face. Bill got back up and crawled onto Joel. He licked his lips and, using a couple fingers, wiped some semen off his face and passionately shoved his semen-drenched fingers into Joel's mouth. Joel lovingly accepted his own seed and licked Bill's fingers squeaky clean. "Oh, that was good," exclaimed Joel. "Will this be the last of our relationship? Will this be the last of us?" Bill chuckled. "No, there is a part 2. Bill unzipped his pants, revealing a 12-inch girthy member. Joel bends over and readies himself for the new adventure that awaits him.